Hello students, welcome back to English class. Today we'll be learning about subject and predicate, and we'll be learning thoroughly how to identify subjects in interrogative, exclamatory, imperative sentences and so. I hope that all know the basic foundation of a sentence. We know very well that a sentence can be divided into two parts, that is subject and predicate. Subject is who or what part of the sentence, and predicate tells you what a subject does. Let's check this example. The big green frog jumped across a log. Find out the verb first. In order to find the subject, we need to identify the verb first, which is the verb here, jumped. Now ask what or who question to that verb. What jumped across the log? What is the answer you are getting? The big green frog. So the big green frog is the subject. And what is the predicate then? Remaining part of the sentence becomes the predicate. Now let's analyze the second one. My sweet grandmother wore a blue dress. Students, which is the verb here? Wore. Now ask the question. Who wore a blue dress? What's the answer you are getting? My sweet grandmother. Now, third question. The old shack blew over in the wind. Identify the verb first, which is the verb here, blew. What blew over in the wind? The old shack. So, the old shack becomes the subject. Dear students, this is the basic pattern of identifying subject and predicate in the sentence. I hope all have got a very good understanding about identifying subject and predicate. Now, shall we complete these sentences using suitable subjects or predicates? We'll try to solve the first exercise. First question. A tall soldier with a gun in his hands. Dash. How will you complete the dash? A tall soldier with a gun in his hands. Dear students, it's better you follow the theorem properly always. Don't try to do any guesswork. A tall soldier with a gun in his hands. In order to complete the other part, find out a verb first. You have to insert a verb first. For the time being, I'll provide you with the one verb. Let it be standing. So now your question is, a tall soldier with a gun in his hands is standing. Can you complete the remaining? Yeah, you can do it very easily if you insert verb. A tall soldier with a gun in his hands is standing at the gate, or is standing near the prison, or is standing at the bus stop. Whatever you want, you can fill there. Now, let's do the second question. These naughty boys. It is again coming in the first part of the sentence. So, it is a subject. Now, insert a verb there. You can do anything you want. These naughty boys, but it should be a verb. These naughty boys are destroying. I am giving you a verb, are destroying. How will you complete the remaining part? These naughty boys are destroying my book. These naughty boys are destroying my garden. These naughty boys are destroying my painting box. Whatever you want, you can fill over there. Clear? Now, let's do the 8th question. Dash is my friend and sister. Where is the dash coming here? Is it in the beginning or in the end? When the dash comes in the beginning, you have to fill it with the subject. So when you are filling with the subject, it's more simple. You just need to ask the question who or what. So what is the question you will ask here? Who is my friend and sister? Put one answer. Rima is my friend and sister. Got the point? In order to find the subject, ask the question who or what. In order to find the predicate, insert a verb of your choice first and then try to complete the sentence. Hope you got an idea. And remaining exercise, you can do it as homework. I hope you will complete the remaining questions like how we have solved these questions. Now, dear students, let's try to identify, let's try to understand how to pick the subject in the interrogative statement and exclamatory sentence. Just check this question given here. Question number 1. Has he brought the money? There is a question mark there. So what sort of sentence is it? It is interrogative sentence. Subject placement in interrogative sentence is quite different from placing it in the assertive sentence. So let's find out the technique of finding the subject in interrogative questions. In order to find the subject, first we need to underline the verb. Which is a verb here? Has he brought the money? Which is a verb? Brought is the verb. Underline it. And now find out the verb which is coming before this brought. Which is the noun coming there? It is he. So he will be the subject in this interrogative statement. Understood? First underline the verb, then find out the noun coming before verb. Over here it is he. So he will be the subject here. Let's solve these questions. What are you doing? What sort of sentence is it? This is interrogative sentence. So what should you do first in order to find the subject? Underline the verb. Which is a verb here? Doing. What comes before doing? You. So you will be the subject. Now let's check the second question. When shall we meet again? Which is a verb here? Meet. And which is the subject here? What is coming before meet? We. So we becomes the subject here. Understood? I hope you are clear with the pattern of identifying subject in the interrogative statement. Now let's turn the pattern of identifying subject in the exclamatory sentence. In the exclamatory sentence, just find out the noun which is coming over there. Take the second question, how foolish you are. Which is a noun coming there? It is you. So that will become the subject. Now let's try to solve these questions. State the subject and predicate in each of the following sentences. First one, the camel is the ship of the desert. We are asked to identify subject and the predicate. So what you need to do first is identify the verb. Which is the verb coming here? The camel is the ship of the desert. Verb is. Underline that term is. Always identify the verb first. Now, using is, frame a question using what or who. What is the question you will frame? What is the ship of the desert? What is the answer you are getting now? The camel. So, that camel, the camel becomes a subject and remaining part will become the predicate. Now, second question. Wait outside the park. Come on, identify the verb first. Wait is the verb. Is there any noun there? What sort of sentence is it? It is imperative sentence. Usually in imperative sentence, there will not be any noun. So, you can add one noun by yourself. Usually, we add you in the imperative statement. That is, meaning is you wait outside the park. So, what is the subject you will add there? You. And what is the predicate? Wait outside the park. I hope you're able to catch the topic little by little now. So now let's solve the third question. Are you coming to the party? What sort of sentence is it? It is interrogative sentence, right? Because it ends with a question mark. Now underline the verb first. Are you coming to the party? Which is a verb here? Coming. And in interrogative sentence, usually subject comes before the verb, isn't it? So which is the subject that's coming before the verb? Which is a noun that's coming there? Yes, it is you. So answer is you is the subject and remaining is the predicate. Next question. Each of them has bought a scooty. Come on, identify the verb here. Verb is bought. who has bought the scooty? Each of them. So each of them will become the subject and remaining will become the predicate. Now let's do the fifth question. Does he like this new school? What sort of sentence is it? It is interrogative sentence, right? So now in this interrogative sentence, underline the verb. Which is a verb here? It is like. Have you underlined it? Yeah, like. And what is coming before like? Which is a noun coming before like? It is he. So he will be the subject. Now we solve one more question together. Rest you can do it as homework. Take the seventh question. Alas, she has lost her husband. It is what sort of sentence? It is exclamatory sentence. Now identify the verb. Verb is lost. Now ask the question, who has lost her husband? She. So she will become the subject here. Got the pattern? So I hope that you will be able to do the remaining questions by yourselves. So please do it as homework. So dear students, we will wind up our class here and remaining we will continue in the next class. I request all of you to do the homework on time and submit it to me.